preparing to start the live stream and to record to the cloud so you can do this duplication basically. This is Scott Vineberg with Eden Cooperation.
And Matthew Waters with The Juice, live from the Garden of
Eden in Topanga, our shabby little backyard version of paradise. And today we're talking about how to weave the AI into automations to help with this whole project. Because I don't have enough budget to hire a team. Matthew's figured out how to work with OpenClaw, the first open source robot that can control a computer and do lots of different stuff with your computer. But it's kind of complicated to figure out how to get this to work. So he's helping me set up my version of OpenClaw. And we just found out today that Claude is actually behaving less friendly with OpenClaw. So we got this question about whether we're going to use Codex to run the whole show or whether we're going to keep Claude in there as the super agent, because I can reassign that really easily to Codex and just run the whole thing with Codex. What do you think? I don't think I've got such complex tasks that I need a super genius.
So, without going into the whole history, Anthropic has typically been very innovative. They invented MCPs, model context protocols that give your AI tools, and they are very much leading in terms of AI agents orchestration. So Claude now has a team of collaborative agents that it automatically dispatches. So Claude Opus 4.6 is really good at orchestrating agents automatically. For coding especially, but now for anything. And it's also got like a little bit more of a human touch because they give Claude like a soul.
A personality.
Yeah. And so, however, ChatGPT is taking notes and they're catching up fast. And they just raised, I don't know, $80 billion or something. And so they're spending that money. And 5.4 just got released, and with a fast mode. And they are being very generous with their plans, with their Pro Max plans, $200 plans, which Scott and I both have. Because if you run OpenClaw, you quickly burn through a lot of tokens.
Yeah.
And so as a record number of people were installing OpenClaw and, its heartbeat, which is set to 30 minutes standard.
Which means it just does repeating tasks that you set up for it. The automations are on a heartbeat. So my Mac Mini right here, come down, you can't see it. Anyway, my Mac Mini is the one that will run these automations and do this processing to check on stuff like email and whatever. I don't have it so much set up for that, but to run whatever automation, maintain your system and the automations in there, that thing. So
yeah. So normally when you have an LLM, you ask it a question, it answers, and that's it. It's question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. Because it's not human, it doesn't have a heartbeat. Enter OpenClaw with their innovation, which is the heartbeat. And so basically it wakes itself up every 30 minutes to see if it is still, on track for hitting the objectives that you asked it to. And so we were discussing this guy that we follow sometimes called Alex Finn, who's on YouTube, and he is kind of positioning himself as the OpenClaw guru. He was swearing by Opus 4.6. He has a bunch of videos where you see him saying like, look guys, there's nothing even comes close. Like Opus 4.6 is by far the best thing in the world. And now he's changing his tune a little bit. And he's saying, actually, ChatGPT 5.4 in fast mode for your OpenClaw setup is actually the best thing. And I agree, because it is so fast and it keeps you in flow. You don't have to constantly wait for this thing to, even with a Mac Mini or a Mac Studio, you tend to have to wait quite a bit, especially if you do things properly, which is 80% planning, 20% actually only execution. You are waiting a lot of the time for plans to be written and da. So with the fast flowing mode, you can really get a lot more done.
So do I need Claude?
Do you need Claude? That is a good question. That is a good question. Let's see. I would for now keep both. But it is worth checking when your subscription renews. Maybe take a note of that so that I know too. But because I would give that amount of days, let's say at least 7 days, to evaluate, because one max subscription might not be enough for the kind of intense automated AI employee that this is actually becoming, and it's not just one employee. Ideally, it's a team. The big bottleneck that we're finding, obviously, as everyone is two things: memory and orchestration, the organizational overhead from having to outsource some of the work, which is basically what every organization in the world, right? Communication, workplace communication, if you can do that very efficiently.
I don't really need it very much though, because I'm mostly going to be communicating with people in the community to some extent. But the main job that I'm going to be automating for and that we're going to be talking about today, I think, is first getting a website up, using what documents I have, setting up my OpenClaw instance so it's actually working to be my automated assistant for just getting content together. And then the last piece is to look towards automating the video production workflow.
Yeah.
You need to plug in? I think that's your best bet.
Yeah. But what I was meaning with when I said workplace communication, I meant between the AI agents. The orchestration, essentially. That's the hard part, right?
I don't think we want to change it though. If you're going to train your top agent, you might as well make your decision now about who we're going to use, right? Does it go far enough or no?
No, but I don't need my computer right now.
Okay. Let's put it on the chair. No, put it on the chair. Put it on the chair. Let's put it down.
Yeah.
Move the bottle and you're good.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn this off. I think we've done a good recording today. That's awesome. We have some stuff to be able to test with.
Okay.
And I just want to put it through Descript and have it available and see what we can do with this thing. So that was awesome. And I can't screen share for some reason. So I need to figure out what's going on with that. Could be that Zoom OBS is still open. No,
maybe.
no, it's not. Zoom ISO's off.